Hello everybody, it's me. So today I want to show you a couple of things before I start. I'm going to be doing a 3-inchy in our group in International Crafters. If you haven't joined, come and look us up on Facebook and we'll accept you right away. Nikki Parr, which is Casondcatslife on YouTube, is having a swap, her 3-inchies, and I just finished doing in my challenges last week some little booklets. So I'm really excited to start filling up this booklet. Now, she was asking for you guys to make 2 3-inchies for the swap, and which one of them is in for honoring our dead, especially the ones that went out to war. So I was looking up, I even looked in the Bible under death to see, or remember to see if I could find, because my Bible has in the first pages, some things that you can go and look for: sadness, death, guilty, this, that, whatever you want to go and look up. Guilty. Got that underlined. Anyways, so I couldn't find anything in the Bible either, but there is one thing that I always think about when I think about the men that died in war for us, is when we see movies and they show somebody going to the cemetery, and you just see hills and hills and hills of white crosses, and that that saddens me so much to think how many lots of young men, and of all ages anyways, not to to mention so many that were young, have died fighting for something. And so I made a little one. I did it out of silks in 3 different tones of green. It didn't come out all that well, you guys, but this is what I think of when I think about all the men that died in the war. And I just wrote down, remember. Like I said, I couldn't find a quote. I even looked in the computer for remembering our dead in the war, and nothing showed up. Like, I just had a hard time finding something. And because of the point too that, like, I kind of had filled up the whole card. Yeah, I could have started writing down something even over the hills, but yeah, that's my little ATC, not ATC, I'm sorry, 3-inchy for that one. And today we're going to make another one, but before we start making that, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've made as well. Annie Collins, which is Annie HX on YouTube, is doing her challenges this week on International Crafters. And she started off, first of all, we were making the marble paper, and I have a video about that. And I found this really cool liqueur bottle. Actually, this bottle even has a little sack made out of suede, which I do want to do something with it. It's really cute. It just fits the bottle perfectly. It's round as well too. So I'm not finished yet, because I do want to add something to it. Actually, I'd even cut a long zipper from a jacket, and I was trying to, put it on here, but then I thought no, because the zipper was blue. And but yeah, I will be adding to this. I will be. And then the flowers, Annie, I'm sorry, they turned out to be a flop. I did my flowers wrong. I think I was supposed to do it on the inside, and the paper was supposed to be in the back. And I tried coloring these with silks as well too. But what had happened was, we just found out the place that we bring all our recycling to, because here they don't pick it up, is closing. So, like, I made my kids yesterday and the day before yesterday load up the truck. My son went to all the warehouses and started grabbing all the plastic and everything, because, as you guys know, we have a ceramics store. So we have all those plastics that are covering up the skids and the tiling to recycle as well too. And I was telling him, go and see what you can get, because what this place does is they give you a gift when you have so many points. And my son, we were up to a lot of points, because I recycle everything, and he grabs everything from the store to recycle as well too. Like, he even recycles those strips of plastic that you find around the skids holding the skid together. And it was funny because he kept on telling his dad, Dad, there's, they're giving away a little pig. Why don't we get a little pig? Because, we have, some animals, chickens, and the chickens aren't there anymore. We have turkeys. That's why you guys aren't hearing the chickens anymore. Now there's 2 turkeys, but apparently they're still young and they're not gobbly. They make noises, but they're actually very quiet. My husband's having problems with them again too, because there is one that seems to be getting out every morning and eating eating everything in the garden. And yeah, that's funny. Every morning he's out there trying to chase this turkey back into his cage. I think they finally found out this morning where he was coming out of. So anyways, getting back to this, Annie, I found myself without bottles in the house because we have oh, what do you call it? A filtering system. Like, we have our own water from the well and we filter that and we drink that. So bottles, yeah, there's Coke bottles. But like I said, I just made them grab everything to put on the truck right before, you had put out this this challenge. So I am without bottles as well too, but I do plan on doing them. And like I said, I think I made the mistake. I think my paper was supposed to go on this side. I was supposed to paint this side. I don't know, that it looks okay. It's not bad. I could, cut it and even give it a form with the heat gun. But this I want to try. I want to do, several of them and put them in the bottle because I thought that looked so sweet, your flowers in the bottle. So yeah, I've showed that, I've showed this, and I do want to show something else. This is a message for you, Ria. When I was doing my last jelly plate video, when I was doing all the prints with silks and acrylics mixed together, and we had almost all agreed on the blue gold one, which was our favorite, and some had said purple, or some had said, anyways, my favorite was the blue and gold one. And I was writing to her as she was messaging me, after she messaged me, that I was doing, in that moment that she messaged me, I was doing beads with that paper. And I'll show you what it looks like because I finished the whole necklace. Oh yeah, by the way, you guys, the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th is going to be a little fair, which is in Messina. It's about a 30-40 minute drive to get there, but my sisters are going to be taking care of that. I might go the first day, but I can't go back and forth with the big family that I have, so they're going to be going back and forth, and it's only 3 days. And I will be doing the last week of Christmas as well too. There's going to be a fair here in town, the one that I did last year. Last year I did it for 2 weeks. This year I'm only going to do it for the last week because I noticed that it was the last week that we were really selling. And plus I can't because we have this other fair, so my stuff will be there. And as soon as this fair is finished, we're going to be moving to the one here in our town, and doing that fair as well too. So I started making some things, to get ready. And this is the necklace that I made. See, Ria? Now, Ria, if you want to see how I make these beads, I do show them in one of my videos. I'll let you know right away what it's called. It's showing necklaces and with paper beads. And in that video, I show you all my necklaces, and then I show you how I finish them off. Now, if you want to see how they roll them and everything, there's Jenny Belly that does a beautiful video of all different types of beads. She'll show you all different forms and everything. So you can go to Jenny Belly's and see her video on the beads, the way she rolls them as well too. But this is how it turned out. So this would be the bottom. I made it long, of course. I had to take apart a necklace to put this piece of chain on because I have no chains in the house. And sincerely, I'm not intention to spend money for this fair. I'm intention to get what I have out. Because then my sister Lucy is going to be making olive oil soap, and my sister Maria is making all the stuff that she makes, especially for wedding stuff and things like that. So my space is going to be small, like they're just going to put my stuff here and there around. I'm giving them small stuff. I'm not giving them, big canvases and things like that. When we're here in town, I might bring something more. We'll see how the space is. And yeah, so this is the necklace. So I put the middle here, and I added these jump rings, big jump rings, and I put these silver beads in the middle of 2 that were done this way here, this type of shape here. And then I added small ones on top. So that's my necklace. Let me see. I'll put it down like that so you guys can get a good close-up of that. I love this part here. It's beautiful. Okay, so Ria, do that. Go to Jenny Bellies. She'll show you how to roll them. In my video, I only show them how I put the glossy finish on at the end with the embossing powder. That's what I'm doing in my video. Simply that. So let's get to this 3 inchy that I want to do. Now the other 3 inchy is something we can do ourselves. And because it's fall, I'm going to be doing it on the fall theme. And I'm going to start with 2 distress inks. There's frayed burlap and there's broken china. And I'm sorry you guys, I have to just drink a bit. I'm drinking a bit of tonic water because today I made some chicken and I did it a different way, which I usually don't ever do, but I added red pepper to it as well too, to the way I was doing my chicken. And sometimes pepper doesn't, peppers don't agree with me, and we have so many in the garden that actually last night I was doing them in the oven with eggplant and potatoes and tomatoes and onions, and then put some olive oil, stick it in the oven. It's really fast. It burnt. So my husband was saying, well, I still have lots more in the garden. What are you going to do, make some more? And I'm like, sure. So he picked them again for me this morning, and I made them. I'm not going to cover the whole thing with blue. These are the sponges that my cousin brought me when she came in from Canada. My brother had some and she had some in their suitcases. They kind of divide everything. Okay, I'm just kind of want to overlap the colors with the other color that I'm using. Like, see the frayed burlap, I'm going over it with the broken china, and I'm going over the broken china with the frayed burlap. Put a little bit more broken china down here. Now this is a 3 inchy, you guys. The size is 3 inches by 3 inches. And now what I want to do is kind of get some water on that. See if it'll react. Let me clean up this little mess here. And move some stuff over. There we go. Okay, I'm going to hit it again with the heat gun. Now, like I said, I want to do a fall theme. So I'm going to be doing a lot of embossing, you guys. I have a stamp here with all different types of leaves. And I got some gold embossing powder, some red embossing powder, some bronze embossing powder, and then I have one that I just got on sale from, this is the one that my brother brought me from Canada, butterscotch, which I think is really cool for leaf colors. So hopefully this works. Then after I finish embossing all the leaves, I want to go over it with thick embossing powder and try to imprint the leaves on the card. Like I said, this is a little experiment that we're going to be doing together, and I think I'm going to have to change my gun after my heat gun. I'm going to get the professional one because the little one doesn't melt my thick embossing powder. It'll melt the other embossing powder fine, but it won't do the other one. So I'm going to pick out, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors, but maybe I'll just use 3. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to start with the red one. I think I'm going to see them better this way, yeah. And I was thinking for the red, I thought I saw something that looked like an oak leaf. Here it is. So I'm going to do this one here. Oh dear. Oh, no, it's sticking. This is my old pad, but I was just seeing to... So I'm just going to stick it there in the corner. Now obviously I'm going to have to do these one by one. Okay. Oh boy, you can really see that. It's probably because the pad was so dirty. This is my dirty pad. I have another clean one. So I'm going to get a piece of paper. Yeah, I'll use this one here. These are from my son's old books. And I'm going to do this one with the red. Now, I've never used this red one. I'm wondering if it's like more of a Christmassy red, but I think it'll be fine. I hope you guys are seeing this all. They say not to tap, but I got to get some of this. I'm looking for a small little brush. I did have one here that was very soft. I can't find it right now. I'll try with this, just to take off some of this here. Okay, I'm going to set this down for a second just to get this embossing powder. There we go. I've never used this red before. It's the first time, and I've had it for about a year. So this is why I don't like this gun. It takes so long. Maybe because my other one is so strong and it does it right away. Okay. Well, still needs some more. There we go. Okay, there we go. That's one of them. I'm going to grab another leaf. And oh, I really like this maple one, but it looks, oh, here's a smaller one. Come on, boy. Sometimes they just won't come off. This one, obviously, I've never used before, so I'm only scared I'm going to rip them. There we go. Okay. Again, in the embossing powder, I'm going to wash these all at once I'm finished. And I think I'm going to just go straight one here. And I think I'm going to be doing this butterscotch. And one here. Maybe this way here. So like it's just going to be, you know, covered with leaves. Oh, it's still closed, you guys. Have to get the scissors here to Yeah, it was, I think, $5.45 original price, and I got it for $3.27. And there was other colors, but unfortunately when I did the order they had already finished, so couldn't do that. So, yeah, I've been thinking about, I was talking about the paints that I found here in Italy, the PBOs. And I've been looking at the prices and everything. So, like, when my silks start finishing one after another, look, I don't have PBOs, so I don't know, the quality of them. But like I said, silks are very expensive. And if you can find something that's similar that does the same job for you, like what I am actually looking for is, nice metallic paints, nice fluorescent paints, I guess is what you would call them. Okay. Throw that over there. Grab my piece of paper and just put some on this side here. Oh, wow. What a glob. Look at that. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to try to swish it over to the other side. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go over that piece again. Okay. I was even thinking of doing an art journal page like this. And if this works out, I probably will. Fall is my favorite season. I love the colors. Unfortunately, here in Italy, it's like everything turns from green to brown. It's, we don't have maple trees here, or it's not as colorful as it is there. And when I say there, I'm referring to, Canada, the States. Mary right now is driving us around in her car, and I'm just adoring the colors, from Mary Artillier. Okay. Oh, this one came out pretty nice. A little bit globbed up on this leaf here, but it looks nice. Next leaf. It's too bad I don't have a dark green. We're going to try a bronze this time, and the leaf will be, I want to go in this way. I'll look at it this way. This looks really interesting. They're all beautiful. I just don't know. Oh, here's a beautiful one. Kind of like a ripply. You know what I'm going to do, you guys? I'm going to do this probably in the center. It's a big one. But then I'm going to get the red one again, the oak leaf, and I'm going to try to get it around here on the sides. Come on, boy. There we go. Okay. Oh, you're a hard guy. Put this to the side. In the meantime, they cool down a bit, so you're not going to be sticking embossing powder on top of, warm embossing powder again. And I think I'm going to go in a different direction now. Now, if I do it here, I can probably get, or I'll just do it right here in the middle, and so that way I can get the other brown one too. Not the brown one, sorry, the red one out here. Okay. Get the next color, which, what did I say I was going to be using? Oh, this is chestnut. That's not bad. Use chestnut. Yeah, that's going to look really pretty. Look at that. I love that they look so dull when you put them on, and yet when you heat them up, they're just simply beautiful. Then again. They smell different. Like this one smells. You can really smell this one. It's from Zing. But it did melt right away, which is really nice. So that's how we are so far. Now I'm going to get this red one because I want to add some red here in the corner. It's really too bad that I don't have... Oh, I know what I do have though. I have green distress ink, and I can put the clear embossing powder on top of that. I'm wondering if I should or not. Well, I can try one here in the corner. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, you guys. Got to do it. Let me get it. And I got to get my clear embossing powder too. Okay. So, take this one off, and we're going to start with another leaf. A small one this time to put right here on this side. Right there. And I'm liking this, but if I do this here, yeah, I can do it. Yeah, I always forget that, that we have, the option of using normal inks with clear embossing powder. And does it give you the same effect? Almost. I know I'm not the most organized person in the world. Just gave it a little blow. Oh man, I'm not going to eat any peppers for a while. Like, they're really bugging me. Something brown came out of this. I don't know what it was. See, we got it. One more. And it's just going to be the point of the red ones here. Right here. I just want to add some red on this corner here. Okay. I closed it, sorry. I wish I could fast forward when it's like this. We still have to cover up the whole thing with embossing powder. There we go. Look at how pretty that is already. Colorful. Okay, you guys, I'm going to change the plug here to get the other one ready. This is my big boy. So that way I can do, you know, the thick embossing powder as well. Oh, the weather is getting really bad here, you guys. It was a school, there was alert. The kids didn't go to school today. And yet this morning it turned out really nice. There was a tornado in Asciariale, which is a town. It's about a 2-hour drive. No, not even, I'm sorry, an hour and a half max. And it's really, this town's really nice because for Carnival, they have these big, like it's like going to Venezia for Carnival there. Now this time I want to get the clean embossing pad though. Put that away. And I'm just going to cover the whole thing up, make sure it's nice and... I'm just going to cover up the whole thing. Now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be keeping some of these colors open, because as I'm drawing, I'm going to be just dipping my finger into it and kind of, you know, sprinkling it around some of these colors, see what happens. Experimenting, you guys. That's what we're doing. Okay, so, oh, you know what? I got my container of thick embossing powder that I can use here. Yep, now the weather's getting bad. This morning it wasn't bad. Okay. I'm just going to let it run just a touch. Now before I start sprinkling anything on, I'm going to give it another coat. I want the embossing powder to be nice and thick. See how fast that goes, you guys? Got to get to it before it starts cooling down. I should have kept this open. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do it again. You know what I forgot to do, you guys, is like kind of darken the edges before I put the embossing powder on. That was something, you know, that I should have done before. But it's nothing that you can't resolve. Okay, here we go. Just a tiny bit, you guys. I'm not... I don't want to exaggerate with, because you're not going to notice the leaves anymore. And I can't exaggerate with this pistol either. I can't keep it on there because it'll burn everything. Can you guys hear the wind? Okay, now I'm going to coat it again. Just going to do this corner where it didn't pick up. Okay, now while that is cooling down just a bit, I'm going to close everything up. Okay, you guys, I get really nervous when there's wind. I do. It can rain. I love the rain. But I get nervous when there's wind because I know there's things flying out there and my kids are around. My two youngest ones are in the house. I told them that they cannot leave the house today. But my two older ones, one of them is driving around all over the place because he has a truck and he's, you know, delivering everything. The other one is at the store, but it always worries me. So what did I say we're going to do here? Just got confused. So confused. So, okay, we've been to this point. You guys, how could I forget what I wanted to do now? I want to put some writing in here. Like fall leaves. So I'm going to see if I can find something, but I doubt it. In these little words here. Because I want to embed the words into the embossing powder, so it will be embossed again. And like I said, we're doing it as we go. So if I knew this, I would have found them before, you guys. I might just have to write it myself. I remember there being fall. But leaves, I don't remember. Do you guys see them? I don't. Okay. So that's it. I'm going to be writing it down. Now this one is too big. It'll be my handwriting. Okay. Cut this up. Oh dear. Yeah, I even told my kids, you know, your little water bottles, bring them home to me. Okay, I think I'm going to do the edges with, I'm not crazy about black. I don't know if I want to use black. So let's go for something brown right here. Okay. This is much easier to use. Sorry about my arms, you guys. There we go. Oh, I'm always messing them up. See? I did it again. Okay. Now I'm going to glue them on. Which way would I like it? This way. I'm thinking about the little kitten outside. It's not a kitten. He's an adult cat, which just came here one day. I've been feeding him. I think I told you guys in the last video. This one's empty. And I prepared something for him outside, a box and everything. Unfortunately, I cannot let him in the house because he is full of ticks. Like, you can see them coming out of his fur. That's how big they are. We tried yesterday spraying him, but he will not let us because he's wild, huh? But friendly at the same time. Like Molly, she had a tick the other day, and you know, she let us, you know, pull it out and everything. She let us do everything to it. Like, we disinfected her first. I read up and they said to use peroxide, I think it's called, to clean it up before and after, to put the tick in alcohol, which I didn't do. They said to do it in precautions that she starts feeling sick, but she's been fine. So I feel terrible, but I hope he's sleeping in his box. I prepared him a box that's stuck underneath a piece of furniture outside, and you know, with I put old sweatshirts in there and everything, and he's being fed. You know, my husband says don't feed him because he's not going to go away, and I told him an animal cannot come here and not be fed by me. I'm sorry. As long as they're here, they are going to be fed. There is no way that I can't even sleep at night knowing that he's outside. But I just can't risk having, you know, a tick separate from him and being in my home. I'm sorry. That's, you know, where I draw the line. I'm really sorry. I feel terrible for the cat. We are going to, I'm probably going to end up bringing him to the vets to get all those ticks removed and find him a home, because I really can't keep him. My husband doesn't want me to have more than one dog and one cat, and he's right. He's right, because, you know, if you can't take care of them, you shouldn't keep them. And my limit is one dog and one cat. That's it. But I will find him a home. He is not going to be abandoned. He is not going to starve in the meantime, and I will care for him as long as he's here. Hopefully I can find him a home. I hope so. I really do. Okay, I'm going to get the big gun again. You guys, this video got long. Oh boy, an hour to do a little thing like this. I hope you guys don't get bored. Okay, I want to see what happens here, because these things kind of turn funny. Here, let me pick it up so I can see it from close up. I think they kind of lifted. Maybe? Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to let it sit for a while, you guys, because it does have to. I got to cover it up because I just touched it and kind of ruined it right there. Can you see that where the fall is written? And I just want to give it another coat. Because once the letter's dry in there, once a piece of paper dries in there, once it's in there, it's in there, but it has to give another coat. And then there's just one thing I wanted to use here, was some of these flakes from Stampendous. They're beautiful colors for the fall. I got some copper ones that I would like to use. And see if I can get those sprinkled on as well while the embossing powder is still hot after. So I'm going to open up these two as well, get them ready. Oh, those are over flooding there. Just a couple of them. I'm going to dip it again in the Versamark. Yeah, now I have to feed him again because I've been feeding him twice a day. Oh, and he's a very healthy cat. So, and he's very friendly in that sense as well too. So I'm positively sure that he was somebody's cat. And you know the way the boys are. If he's a boy, he probably, you know, the cats are in heat right now, and he probably got far away from home. And he lost his home. And that's another thing why I'm waiting for too, to see, you know, if somebody comes over and claims him, or, you know, we find out in the meantime somebody close by has lost him. Oh, I lost my gun. Here it is. Okay. Oh, you see, they just kind of blow away if you don't be careful. Oh my goodness. The word fall is going for a walk. Help. And it bubbled as well too. There. Okay. See if I can get... See, while they're hot, while it's still hot, it's kind of sticking to it, which it makes it a bit easier. Now, if you guys notice here, the other stamps underneath kind of distorted a bit because of, you know, all the heat that's going on here as well too, and it's kind of looking pretty cool. You know what, I'm going to cover up these guys because they're blowing all over the place. Oh, and they gust. Those ones went for a ride too. And there you have it, you guys. Now this is probably when it's really cooled off good. I'm going to cover it up again with embossing powder and give it a last coat underneath, over it. So I hope you like it. And until the next time, you guys, this is my 3-inchie for today. And like I said, come and check us out at International Crafters on Facebook. If you want to join in, just leave a request and we'll be accepting you right away. So everybody have a nice day. Goodbye.